What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 9 and hopefully the last episode of the season here in my lower league management series in Football Manager 2017 with Maidenhead United. So you can see the 7 games we have played after the previous episode. We went on a run of winning 3 consecutive games, which was really, really good. But then the last 4 games, we haven't been able to win, and we've actually lost 3 of the 4, which is not good at all. But yeah, it's been a tough end to the season. I'll talk about a bit more. Well, the last 4 games have been a bit tough. It's funny because the last 2 games before that, 3-1 and 4-1 at home, looking pretty confident. But one of these games was terrible against East Thurrock, who've actually really improved. Earlier in the season, they were near the bottom of the table, or at least the bottom half of the table. And you can see we got 2 red cards in that game, but that wasn't the most shocking thing. Their 3rd goal. So as you can see, they scored in 12th minute, 51st. This one by Sam Higgins in the 68th minute. This is what I want to show you. It was horrendous. Andrews with the ball. Take a look at this. What does he do? He just puts it on the floor for him to score. He just gifts him a goal like that. Like, I don't know what to make of that. I had to show you that. Some things, yeah, I just have to show you in Football Manager. Either a good goal or just something horrendous. And that's something I exactly remembered from the last 7 games I just played in the past couple hours, I suppose. So yeah, it sticks in your head. Some games, you just forget how you score goals or what happens in them, but yeah, some things like that you never forget, most definitely. So it's really, really crucial, and I'm glad in a way. Obviously, I would have liked to win those and make sure we win the title and automatic promotion, but hey, it's going to make this last episode hopefully entertaining. Overall balance, yeah, sometimes that can happen in the lower levels. Get more towards the red in the overall balance for the end of the season. That will be alright going into next season, hopefully, once we get the money in at the start of the season. But as you can see, they increased our available wage budget for next season because we need to offer contracts and everything like that for our players as well. So that's going to be something big. So we'll see how this episode goes. Like I said, hopefully it will be the final episode of the season. We can just beat Ebbsfleet as easy as you like, and then we won't have to worry, really, because then we'll get 3 points ahead of them, even more. We're 2 points ahead of them, so that'll be 5. And then the result in the final game against Margate doesn't matter, but they're 20th as well. So who knows how this is going to play out. Let's get into it. Also, the FA Cup semi-final, there's Arsenal and Crystal Palace, for those of you that are interested. But we need to turn around the form. But that's a good thing this season. We've never gone on a huge bad run. We've always stopped it. Even not too long ago, 2 losses in a row, then a draw, 3 matches without a win, then we went on good form. So hopefully that will be the case just like that once more. But we've had a lot of injury troubles, and it was worse than this, injuries and suspensions. And yeah, Carl Piergianni, if you're only watching this episode, he's going to become available on the 1st of May. It doesn't show it for when we've signed him, but before, I said in the last episode, when we signed him, it showed that before we signed him. But yeah, it should show if he's unavailable. But it was the 1st of May, so if you're wondering about that, at least we have a few players back. We've got Taylor Tombides missing for 4 more weeks, so he's out for the rest of the season. Comley, well, yeah, ideally, I like to think he'll be out for the rest of the season because I'm not planning to be playing playoffs. We're planning to be, getting the automatic promotion, winning the title. Sean Marks back from his injury as well. We got to start him. Like, this is a must-win game. He and Dave Tarpey, they've been, the best partnership. But saying that, I think Alfred Aliu has been better than Marks in the second half of the season. So do we go by... I think we have to go by form, actually, and then change his role. He's been better in the second half of the season, and maybe as a whole. 20 goals in 26 starts, 15 off the bench appearances. Yeah, I don't know, and Sean Marks, a bit older of a player. with 31. That's a decision I'm going with. Hopefully it will be a right one here today. James Mully will be playing over on the left. Not as well rated, but he can still play there. You can see in his positions. So we've rotated a little bit. Lucas Dawson playing in central midfield, playing with two ball-winning midfielders, just playing to the roles, I suppose you can say, and the duties. Hopefully that will pay off. But again, we don't have a lot of rotation options. Like off the bench, we've got a couple strikers to bring on, but no amazing midfielders. Christian Smith, really defensive. So I'm just hoping we can get the job done early in the game, early in the piece, score an early goal, because in games we generally do that, we go on to win. It's almost, a lot of the time in most of the games, if we score, there's a very high chance we win. If we concede first, there's a very high chance we won't win that game. Maybe we'll get a goal back and just get the draw. So, yeah, they're a good team, though. They were predicted to come first by the media. They got Aaron McLean. He's pretty decent. Take a look at his attributes. So, yeah, they were the team that was expected to finish top of the league. And just check out Sam Deering, his own player. Oh, yeah, look at those attributes, man. That's quality. But then physically, yeah, he's very weak, not good in the air. I suppose that's his weakness. So we'll go to team talk, and we are going to say, oh boy, what are we going to say? Assertively, a win. Oh, I don't want to say expect, because this is a team that was predicted basically by everyone to finish first. So I'm going to say you've got to put in an improved performance here, as we need to end or put an end to our bad run. That most definitely, and gets motivating reactions from majority of the players, and we'll just roll with that one. So this is probably the biggest game this season, and of course don't forget to smash a like on the video if you've enjoyed this first season, because I'm really enjoying it. And again, I don't like to judge a series off how many views or likes it gets. I like to prefer the content of it, and honestly, so far, like, for a first season, it's been one of my better series in Football Manager in recent years. I've really, really liked the start to this, and yeah, where we're going to build on. But it needs to start today, you know, with a win to secure our place. Come on. The first goal, it's so nervy for this first goal because it's so crucial. And there's risks. James Mully, the first time this season I'm playing him out on the left, I did take the instruction off to focus down the right side. Oh, Tarpey, really waste that just to show you instructions, because yeah, I wouldn't see Mully as a weakness on the left side. But Pritchard, had a fairly decent season, then picked up the injury recently, but we seem good, and we're playing at home. Surely that has to be an advantage for us. And Forbes, Dawson, oh yes, who else would it be this season other than Dave Tarpey? Smashed in his 33rd goal of the season. He was just on fire this season. He's been consistently good. Obviously hasn't scored in every single game, but yeah, he's been fairly consistent. He hasn't really had a bad patch this season. That's what I love from my strikers. I don't expect my strikers to score every game, but I like it when strikers don't go on a bad run. And he did that consistently. He was always scoring or creating goals or playing part in goals. Very consistent player for us. That's exactly what you need from your attacking players, especially to get the goals, create them, create opportunities. But this is where we have to be mindful. It would be good if he scored. Oh, Dawson. I think he can be a very good signing for us. Tarpey should finish. And if you're disappointed about selling Perry Cotton, that's the positive of him, I suppose. He can play in a midfield position as well. Maybe Perry Cotton was better as a right back, but he's a more all-round player. And Hammond's, what was that? Here's a chance, potentially. Okay, I thought that was going to be a really good chance for us. But yeah, you can see Epsley, that's oh my god, another injury. I don't know, it's because we're not a professional club, so don't have amazing facilities. Oh, we almost scored. That was actually a pretty good strike. But we're getting a lot more injuries towards the end of the season. So because of that, I've toned down the training only in the past week or so. So yeah, Alfred Aliou, that's tough, man. I don't know whether to sub him or not, because make sure we get a win here. That will secure our position. So, yeah, you have to guard against complacency. So they have to focus. But, yeah, that's all I can say. We have to focus right now. And, yeah, we've got retained possession. We'll work the ball into the box because that will tie with that as well. I'll keep a normal tempo. I don't want to go much lower. I'm not sure if we try and control the game as well. No, actually, I think we can. We'll go on control. I think that will be better. because we've got really good midfielders. We got all. Look at Dawson. He's really balanced player. Not amazing passer, but in terms, we got Mully there. We got Forbes as well. I think that will be all right. You know. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure everything is set for this game because, as I said, really most important game this season. Now, of course. We did well to put ourselves in this position, being top of the league really all season. We deserve it. Come on, Tarpey. Tarpey, do it again. No. We need this second. We need the second goal right here. I'm thinking of something. It's a risk because we're only one. I'm thinking to drop out Latif Alfred Aliou, then bring in Christian Smith as a defensive midfielder. That's really risky, but I suppose we can change it up again because we've got two strikers on the bench. So I'm thinking of doing that. Alfred Aliou come off for Christian Smith. The only problem with him, he gives away cards. That's the only problem with Christian Smith. I think defensive midfield, that's his next best role behind the ball-winning midfielder. So I think we should do that. And then if you see the ball-winning midfielders... their still best duty is the support opposed to defend, so I will leave it like that. I think then defensive midfielder just playing defend. But yeah, Christian Smith, he's gotten 2 red cards this season, and he's got one recently. He's going massively down in training as well, but he's a strong player. He's got 188 centimeters, so yeah, pretty tall. His strength is 18 as well, and 14 tackling. He's just that, big, stocky lad, you know. That's what we need, that style of player to come on right now. Hopefully they can do that job. And I'm just analysing different things. Maybe Ryan Peters, he can play as defensive winger right here and still support because he's a bit better in that duty. He can provide maybe a bit more. We'll see. And then I'm thinking we may go more a counter style now. And then we'll go back to maybe a normal tempo and more direct passing, work the ball into the box off now, and then we'll clear the ball to the flanks and be more disciplined and just, to suit that more counter style of play, I guess you can say. There's still plenty of time left in the game. A lot of the time I've done this, gone a bit more defensive, only leading by the goal, we've conceded. But hopefully that won't be the case. There's a highlight right away. It'll be perfect if we score from this. That will be absolutely perfect. But if they score, I'm just going to be pissed off because I spent all that time changing shit. Fuck. McLean. That was a good save though. I'm really disappointed with Andrews, what he did. But that's what I want to say as well. That was I showed you that highlight of the bad thing he did that conceded us a goal in another game. That was inconsistent with what he's shown this season. I'm just going to say that. He never did anything stupid for the whole season and having a great game here, 7.4. And the other thing I was going to do is we'll say assertively and say tighten up. Just shore us up a bit more defensively. I don't know. I haven't experimented with that or checked or anything. Is that just a team talk? Or does it actually make the team play more defensive? Actually tighten up more? I guess we're going to find out here. Okay, Inman. He's been good as well this season. Consistent at the back. Or Dawson. I told you, he's going to be a good player. For sure. Just, again, Andrews. Don't stuff up. No, it's going in a weird position. Don't stuff up the kick. Please, just, play a safe pass. See? He's normally composed like that. Oh, no, but the defenders are going to fuck it up for us. No. Ah, man. I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm just baffled. Crap passing. Did you see me change the instructions to more direct passing and not short passing? It will be nice if they can play by my instructions, yeah? Did you see what happened there? Was that direct passing or was that short passing? We had that instruction before, but now I change it. So I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, man. I don't even know. Should I stay on this? Stay on counter? Oh, I don't know. Make a change, maybe? But I knew, a goal would have come. So now the question is, see, that screws it up a bit because... I'm not sure if you substitute out another midfielder like Dawson, but Dawson, despite his rating, I felt he's been one of the better players today, so I don't know, because Tarpey's had a good game, but his condition's a bit low. I feel as though I want to keep this setup And I'd be content with a draw because they won't catch up points. We'll still be 2 points clear, and we've got a better goal difference. So a draw would be good enough in the next game against Margate, who's 20th in the table, even though it's away from home. So I'm thinking just to freshen up the legs. And how far away is that? Okay, just a week break. So conditions, yeah, maybe not. We're going to change Dave Tarpey for, not Sean Marks, for Jordan Cox. He's that kind of spark player, even though he's not like overly pacey or anything. We brought him off the bench a few times this season, making those cameo appearances. Hopefully, that will be the right decision. It's massive. We deserve to finish first, though. You can say that as much as you like, but we need to prove it against the best team. Like, I want to beat the best team. Like, I see them as the best team. And we'll make a late change here. Maybe we'll just hold on to the draw, I suppose. Anyone crucial, we can't really substitute anyone. Renee Steer, we'll just bring him on, just late change. Interesting game, though. It's a tight game. It's what it should be. You would say two of the best teams this season. Forbes. If they score a late goal, they'll be mad. Or I'll be mad, but full time here, 1-1. Maybe a fair result. I would say, yeah, off the stats and what we've seen of the highlights. I'm going to say still calmly. Unlucky, boys. It just wasn't our day. Just didn't want to get any bad reactions. Sorry, I dropped my glasses onto my microphone. Just so nervous on these final episodes, man. Oh, it would have been great to be a win, you know. Come on. You just got to get it done in the last game of the season against Margate, a team that's just lost, so they're down to 21st now. So guys, let's just get into this final game now against Margate. We should be all anticipating a win here and then finalizing the top position, but yeah, things can happen. We've lost games against teams this season I thought we should beat, so yeah, I can't really rule out anything, especially with players being injured. Some have come back recently. But yes, injury like Harry Pritchard really messes with us because our other left midfielder, Sam Barrett, just really not good enough and his morale is poor. So I probably will let go of him. James Mully, he's still good enough. I think with having a lower like roll ability and everything, he can still play there because of his ability and because he can still play. Yeah, he's still a winger. He can play on the left side most definitely. And if we go to development and go to tactics, you can see he's weak on his left foot, which is probably not a good thing for crosses, but yeah, we're just managing with what we have, I suppose you can say. But I think this is where we are going to be starting Sean Marks. How this season started, the partnership of Sean Marks and Dave Tarpey. Sean Marks really good at target man to win the headers, set him up for Dave, and Dave, amazing season by him. Look at that, last 5 games, that just shows you he's kept it up. For the rest of the season. Real up until the end of the season, he's still been scoring and just putting in amazing shift week in, week out. So what I'm actually going to do though, because a draw would be acceptable or would be enough, that's all we need, we'll go to standard mentality. But maybe I'll still want to go to win it at the same time later in the game. We might go attacking. So we will clinch the title with a final victory here. So I'm expecting nothing less. We can be a bit more expectant. That's English. So hopefully we will win now. Come on. This is just massive, these games. I don't know if you can tell in my commentary or how I play or whatever, but in like massive games, I get like pretty nervous because I really want to win. And especially in this kind of save and this kind of series on YouTube, if we don't get promoted this season, it'll almost feel like a waste. And look, Ebbsfleet scoring the first minute, no way. We just have to equal that. We just have to take the lead ourselves. Come on, Forbes, even though a draw would be enough. But I don't want to win just on goal difference. Oh, come on, Marks. There he goes. Sean marks the spot with that goal. What a finish early in the game. So both teams, yeah, it's interesting like how it's going to take to the final day to decide for sure who's going to win the title. But Marks, good finish. Like, how good has he been actually? You know, Dave Tarpey, I've given him praise with all his goals. But Sean Marks, he's been pretty good with a hard season for him because he's had injuries. You go to the history, his injuries, had a couple of injuries. That torn hamstring was the biggest one, 3 months. That's actually a big hamstring injury. Most of the time, they're like a couple months. But I guess if you're older, it could be harder to recover. So 3 months out. But so that's a long time. Look, he just missed so much, and even more than it shows there. So he still managed to score 12 league goals from 16 starts, 7 off the bench. So yeah, he's had a good season. Both our key strikers, and we had Alfred Aliou coming in his absence, and he did a good job. But now Williams, this next goal is massive, most definitely. If they get it, they're right back in the game. If we get it, we'll be well on our way to be winning the league title and winning the automatic promotion. What a win there by Dawson. He's been massive in that role, winning those balls in midfield. That's been his biggest part of his game, what I've seen. And in the highlights, just because obviously not every single tackle will be in the highlights. And just so you can see as example here, the interceptions he's made, Lucas Dawson, and you can see the last 2 games in central midfield is 9 and 7. And you can see others in defensive fullback. But yeah, he's made... That's exactly the role. Ball-winning midfielder. He's playing that to a T. He's winning the ball. He's doing what the role suggests. Winning the ball in midfield. But they're going to counter quickly here. Oh no. Oh no, tackle. No. George. He's actually been really good this season. So again, ironic that he's made a huge error potentially. Who knows what this is going to lead to for the rest of the game? And is it going to be a yellow card? Whew. Just a yellow. See, you don't know what's going to happen there. Oh, come on. Come on, Andrews. Come up with a save. That was an amazing finish by Donnelly. Very powerful. Only his 4th goal of the season, but... this changes the game a little bit. They might get some form with this, a bit of momentum. Yeah, Andrews can't save that. I'm not sure even the best goalkeepers in the world would have saved that. That was a perfect penalty. Can't complain about that. We have been the better team in the first half. Bit more possession, bit more chances and shots, all of that. So that's a bit disappointing. Because all it takes is them to get a quick goal. Like, if this game plays out, still 1-1 later in the game, and then they get a late goal and not much time for us to score an equaliser. All the work this season to get that automatic promotion is just gone like that. So, yeah, that's why I'm not really happy right now. I'm not really happy. Matthew George, very disappointed. He's had a solid season. Well, average rating-wise, not outstanding, but he hasn't made many errors, to my knowledge anyway. He's been very consistent for us. I was happy with him. Until that. I'm just going to say I'm far from pleased. That's all I can say, but... yeah, it won't be convincing anyway if we do manage, whether we draw or win this game. It's not a convincing finish to the end of the season. We want to be finishing in more style than we have played in the last month of games. Forbes, we've got 2 guys on a yellow card there. So lucky that we didn't give away a second yellow. Good challenges, I suppose. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Tarpey. Look at him go, man. 34th goal of the season. Can he get to 35? Can he get one more today? Whoa, man, that's what we needed. A bit more comfortable now. A bit more comfortable. Williams, he kind of faltered under the pressure there. Still Tarpey had a few defenders around him. Was able to finish. Okay, Dawson, can we finish this? Forbes. Okay. Gets back to Dawson. Oh no, he stuffed it up. Oh, they've got an attack. Are we going to concede right away? George clears. But it's a yo-yo game right now. It's a complete yo-yo game. Marley wins it. That's pretty good. But now Johnson goes back to Smith. Come on. Whose highlight is this? This is, again, the yo-yo. Okay, good ball! Good ball! Tarpey! He does get it! He does get that 35th goal of the season, and he deserves it. Absolutely massive season. But how about the ball, though? That was inch perfect. Tarpey didn't have to break stride. Finished it nice and composed near post. It wasn't such a powerful strike. Yeah, more about the accuracy. Wow. That assist from Wasmer as well. Hasn't had many assists. He had a couple assists. Well, you don't expect too many assists from centre-backs, but he's been consistent this season. Very, very good. 7.2 average rating in the league. Our centre-backs have stepped up, and you can see Inman in the league, his average rating 7.16. He scored a couple goals as well. So our centre-back, the 2 main guys, they've been really, really consistent. So now we're thinking a change. Sean Marks. I think we'll sub him out and then we'll bring on... See, I prefer Jordan Cox coming on as an impact sub opposed to Alfred Aliou for whatever reason. I don't know why. He just strikes me as that kind of player, but I think Alfred Aliou is the best guy to come on because we can change his role to defensive forward and even put that on defend as well. He's just, the better guy role-wise to bring on at this point. If we wanted to score another... Well, I'm still saying, Alfred Aliou, he could score most definitely. He's scored more goals than Cox this season. More game time, of course, though. Do make another change. Do we make the Christian Smith change? I'm not sure about that for now, honestly, because really, at this point in time, this is going to be the last game of the season for us. So, lower fitness on our players concerning the next game, we don't have to worry about that at this point in time. Matthew George, maybe, poor rating. If we concede here, we may need to analyse what we're going to do. Oh, come on, George, well done. See, in this game at least, apart from the penalty given away, he's done well. And see Mully there winning the ball back. He's actually decent defensively for attacking, kind of winger type. And now Tarpey. Can he go? What is he trying to do? We lose the ball. This is not good. Osborne. Tackle. Say, what? How did he pass that to Tarpey? And Tarpey almost... How did he make that pass? Oh, that was ridiculous. I think that was... Okay, we'll make a change after this. I think it was Forbes, the guy who's taking this corner. Now... The next goal would completely finish things off. Inman, Wasma, Tarpey, Alfred Aliou. It was the right substitute to make. That's his 21st goal of the season. He scored a lot. I remember first half of the season, he wasn't scoring too many, was he? But that build-up play, that was nice. See, the centre-back's pushing forward as well. It's not ideal, I suppose, if you want to try and defend. But, I'm fairly pleased with that. That seals it. That seals promotion. We're not going to be conceding 4 goals from now because, again, a draw would still be good enough. But anyway, I think Steer. We're going to bring on Steer because he's on yellow card. We don't want early suspensions for next season as well. So, Christian Smith, who's been just the worst player today out of these? Lucas Dawson. Forbes has been alright. Not saying he's been bad, Dawson, but just comparing from the midfielders. And then Smith will just drop him there. We'll see if we can change him. We'll try him as anchor man. We'll see how he goes there. Hopefully he doesn't give away any cards in that role. And again, instruction-wise, tactics-wise, nothing else really needs to be changed. We've got this, man. We've got this. Okay, Forbes. Can we score 5 goals? 5 goals for a 5-star performance on the final day. Latif Aliou scores to make it 5-1. I guess we can't really be too surprised. Sometimes, you can play against a team like this and get a bit unlucky. A team you should beat. And I guess we're showing them as a team we should be beating quite easily today. Massive 5-1 to really show how we've played for a majority of the season with a massive win. Showing the difference in quality. Yep, enjoy your success. These are the moments you'll remember when you hang up your boots. And for this story, this is the start of it. This is our first promotion, hopefully the first of quite a few. But Dave Tarpey, to finish in style, best player for the season for us. I think we can safely say that because really, goals win you matches and promotions. People say defense wins you championships. Titles. I don't think I disagree with that most definitely, but players that score goals for you, they're massive. They're really massive. So that led him to finishing the league season on 25 goals, obviously led up to 35 in other competitions, of course, like cups and whatnot. So massive for us. And obviously ended up losing anyway. So we could have lost here and end up getting promotion, but it's good to finish with a victory. And we get our promotion. And there we go. I'm a shrewd spender as well. Not sure exactly. What I would like to see, if you can go over that, maybe explains it a bit, opposed to having to go manually trying to find out, like in the Steam. I don't even do that anyway, but I'm guessing that's how you find out what it means. So, the coming season, increased wage budget. Can we do something with that? I guess, for this level, I got to think, that's more than it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount to bring in players that we could survive next season. Should we be aiming, like, a consecutive promotion? I'm not sure. The following season is going to be more consolidation. Can we get a double promotion? I don't really know. We have to see our quality and the opponent's quality, who we can bring in as well to improve the team. So again, I won't make this go too much longer because it's been like a big season. But what I will do, I'll just leave this page here on this screen so you can see, players, their stats for the season. That's why I've made this kind of manual squad view, so you can say, or custom, I should say, custom squad view, so you can see all the stats for the season in terms of the appearances, goals, assists, average rating, and everything like that. How much even minutes players played, so you can see the game time. Players have given away a lot of cards as well. It might be concerning, but yeah, we've had a solid season. Can't really complain about that. You can see how we finished and the wage budget. And also with the contracts, you can see the players' contracts expiring. Pierre Gianni is the only player who's not running out their contract because we signed him not too long ago. And don't forget, we kind of had to sign a defensive player, and he was the best available, even though he wasn't available to choose. But he should be for next season. So as you can see, well, it's not there anymore. We just, because we completed that, obviously. So there's just some first-team football stuff in there and selling players. But anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this season. So maybe drop in the comments which players should we sign up again, which guys should we let go of, because like I said, pretty much every single player, their contract's running out, or some have a non-contract as well, so keep that in mind. And the couple youth guys that we signed up, Reece Salisbury, but I think Chris Ward will just bring up for the backup goalkeeper for next season, so we can get rid of the rest of the goalkeepers apart from Harry Andrews. Really happy with what Harry Andrews did, to be honest, this season. A couple of errors here and there, but you get that with lower league goalkeepers. He only averaged conceding 1 goal a game. He got 10 clean sheets. 1 goal a game almost in all competitions. He conceded a bit more in the FA Trophy. But yeah, he had a good season. So yeah, let me know which players I should sign up. And also, please drop a like on the video if you want to see the next season. You just want me to continue this series, obviously, because I'm enjoying it. And again, if there's a lower interest, that doesn't really concern me, but I want to see more support, of course, as always. All YouTubers do, because you want your series to be successful. And I just want, more people to witness what I'm going to do with this series. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first season. If you're excited for the second, let me know. I want to see comments as well. I want this to be like a good community. That's what I always wanted to build with my channel since I started it. I think it would be cool to have a nice community where you're really focusing on the series and the content. I know comments on YouTube from a certain kind of people can be a bit annoying. People like to say first and whatever. I get a bit annoyed by that because I want to see what's your response to the video. I want to have like good communication with you guys. I like to, that's sometimes why I don't reply to a lot of comments, because a lot of them are not, it's not really a word, but none of them are replyable. like comments like first or whatever, or just weird comments. You don't really, there's no sense to replying to. There's no real kind of content within the comment to reply to. So yeah, hopefully you guys can get my point of view with that as well. But either way, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys next time.